Yo, man, it's almost 4:30. I gotta get the fuck out of here.
This is the social norm.
1, 2. You want top dollar and pop bottles and drop knowledge. Hit the throttle on nice autos without college. Do yourself a solid, put them boys on your screen. Wait, who do you mean? I mean canteen and beans. When the social norm is on, you better pay attention. They teach you lessons, make you laugh when you're stressing. Must I mention that the style is infectious? I gotta have it, I gotta have it. The rapid fire gabbing on my tablet. My boys established a gamut of information, from relations to dating to when your leader gets impatient. They're lacing the nation every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 4:30. The Social Norm Podcast, you heard me?
It's the social norm.
And I'm just getting warm.
It's the social norm.
And I'm just getting warm.
It's the social norm.
And I'm
Yep. Yo. You already know what it is, man. We back it again with another one. I'm your boy Canteen. This my man Beans.
What's up, y'all?
Hey, it's a social norm. We go ahead and talk y'all, make y'all laugh, make y'all cry, make y'all think. And today we got another episode for y'all, man. Episode 132. It's called If I Want to Be Free, I Gotta Be Me. Now, the reason I came up with this episode was because I realized that's a true ass statement, Beans. Because the times I haven't been me, I wasn't free.
That's
and
true.
lately, I've been starting to be me more and more. And I know that's the only way I'm going to be free. Because I've been reading this book.
Mhm.
And I'm going to pull it up right, show y'all right now. This book right here. It's called The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. And it pretty much let me know how my mind works, how everybody's mind works, to where you got to go ahead and the thoughts you put in place are going to be the things that determine how your life is.
Mhm.
So when I was, you remember I went to the Jets game
Yes.
and we did win. I want y'all to know that.
Yeah, you've been letting everybody know all week.
I have. I've been wreaking havoc at work. But besides just going to the game,
Mhm.
you saw what I wore.
Yes.
Now, for y'all who didn't know, one of my favorite players on the team is Sauce Gardner. So I decided to dress up as a dipping sauce.
The sauce.
The sauce.
Mhm.
You know, like little dipping sauces that you eat. I had a full-size dipping sauce that I wore to the game.
Mhm.
And for the most part, a lot of people be like, man, you're weird. But that's me. I'm being me. And from being me, what I realized is I get the most success when I'm being myself.
So they said you were weird at the game?
No,
Oh, okay,
everybody
okay.
loved it.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
saying
I'm
when
about to say.
when I told people what I was going to do,
Okay.
they didn't understand it. They were like, that's weird. Da, da, da. But when I did it, everybody at the game was like, can I take your picture? I was like a celebrity. People wanted to take pictures with me. And from that, I ended up getting viral for a little bit. I don't know. That's what the people told me. I was on Sports Center. I was on NFL Prime. And Sauce Gardner, who's one of my favorite players, who inspired me for the costume, was the one who retweeted me on his page. Now, when I'm telling y'all this is because when you think what you want to do is like, oh, I shouldn't do it because other people tell you, that's the total opposite. You should live your life.
Mhm.
You should live your life on what do you want to do?
Exactly.
Who are you? Because what I learned is when you're your true self, everybody loves it. I'm being real. The ones who don't love it, fuck them. But everybody I had so many people come to me and was like, man, that was amazing. I can't believe you thought of that like that. And I realized every time I've ever thought of something, myself, not using other people to emulate or nothing, just my own personal self, I get the most success from.
Yeah, and you also realize this too. You realize people wish they had the courage to do stuff like that.
Yes, because when I left, I went to Memphis for my cousin's wedding
Uh-huh.
by myself. Everybody's like, "You didn't bring a date?" I said, "No, I didn't bring a date. I'm going to see my cousin, going to see my family." They said, "Oh my God, okay, well, I don't think I could do that." Then when I went to go to the game, the Jets game,
Mm-hmm.
I told people beforehand. I posted on Facebook. I said, "Anybody want to go to the game with me? I'm going to the game." I'd already see what I learned about myself is once I make a decision to do something, I'm doing it. It might take a little time, but I'm going to do it. So I told everybody, anybody want to come to the game? Everybody's like, "I'm busy. I'm this. I'm that." I said, "Okay, cool. Don't worry about it." I went and I got everything set up for myself. I went to the game. I flew on a plane by myself.
Mm-hmm.
I got an Airbnb by myself. I got a rental car by myself. And what I learned is the women that I talked to were telling me, "I don't know how you could do that. I could never do that." And I'm like, "You can do
You
that.
can.
You're not a tree. You can get up and just go." But a lot of people are scared to experience things by themselves. You got to get to a point, fellas, where you are happy
Yeah.
by yourself.
I don't know if it's just the fear of the unknown or
That's
People-
exactly what it is.
yeah.
The fear of the unknown.
Unknown.
When I pledged Phi Beta Sigma, my DP, he told me, he said, the unknown is the scariest thing.
Yeah.
The darkness, going into a room
Mm-hmm.
where you don't know what's in there,
Mm-hmm.
is the fear that everybody has. But see, fear is never going to go anywhere.
No.
You're going
it's
to
not.
always have fear. It's how you deal with the fear that matters. You got to get to a point where fear doesn't control your life. It's just a feeling. It's not real. What's real is the actions you take.
Mm-hmm.
Just like excitement, just like anything, you're going to have those feelings, nervousness, all those. But that's because you're not, when you're aware of something, you're not scared of it.
Exactly.
When you know what comes with it. But when you're unaware of something, you get nervous because you don't know how it's going to play out. It's just like if you were getting in a fight. There's a difference when you know you're going to win this fight.
Oh yeah. No fear. No.
You're
No
not
hesitation.
you're not even scared of it.
You're gonna be bold. You're gonna do all the wildest things you can think
But
of.
if it's somebody you're like,
I don't
I
know.
don't know. I don't know if I can win this motherfucker. Now you're nervous. Now you're scared because you don't know, am I gonna be knocked out?
Yeah.
So from that, I was just like, wow, you know what? I'm really learning myself more and
Yeah.
more and realizing that I gotta be me if I want to be free.
I don't know if it's I don't know if it's just nowadays or maybe it's when people hit a certain age that you realize things like that. Because it took me some years to realize the same thing.
Yes.
Now, what you did with the dipping sauce, I did something similar a few years ago.
What'd you do?
Remember, I showed you the picture of the Valentine's.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so
And I never knew that.
no one realized it's me. But what I did was it was Valentine's Day, and I just didn't want to do the regular stuff.
For Valentine's.
Every year, it's the same thing.
So
Take a woman out, buy blah, blah. I was like, I don't want to do this
Yeah.
anymore.
So picture Friday after next Santa Claus, but like the Cupid version. That's what this motherfucker.
Yeah. So what my thought process was, okay, I said, well, I want to do something for Valentine's, but I want to go beyond what I normally do.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, what do I want to do? I said, I want to go out and hand things out to people on Valentine's Day. So I said, but what am I can't just go out like this. I said, I need to represent Valentine's Day. So I said, so what embodies Valentine's Day? I said, well, I guess Cupid does.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll just be my own version of that.
You look like a hood Cupid.
It would. That's
what
basically
you
what
look
I
like.
was, hood Cupid, and
Stealing hearts.
And it was at the last minute, and I had to really piece things together. And I had a hoodie. I look weird as hell, but
think of Blank Man.
Yeah, just with wings.
Or with wings. This was
Now, mind you, I'm not gonna lie. I was very nervous. I was like, I don't know how
we're gonna receive
how
this.
people are gonna receive me walking out. But either way, I did it. So what I did was I said, okay, I'm gonna go somewhere where somebody does know me,
Uh-huh.
but most people don't. So I went to my sister's job first.
This was your test. This was your test field.
Yeah,
just to
my
see
field test.
how people gonna react to this
Now,
hood
yeah,
ass Cupid.
So the best part about it was she works at a dentist office, and I didn't know, but they have this door that has an automatic, like they can lock the door from the desk.
Yeah.
So they see me.
Weirdo.
They see me at the door, and I go to go over, and they lock that joint on.
Damn.
They was like, "Excuse me, who are you, and what is going on?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm such and such, brother."
Oh, you didn't announce yourself as hood Cupid?
I did not. No, I had because they would not let me in.
I sure wouldn't have let your ass in. Police.
So I went in there, and my poor sister, she was just like, "What is going on?" I was like,
Yeah.
So it's my profile picture if y'all see.
Yeah, I'm about to pull it up.
So that was a field test. I got my confidence up. They after a few minutes, they loved it. So I was like, okay, now it's time to that picture is me and my sister's job.
I'm about to show it to him in a second. Go ahead.
So I was like, okay, now I got my confidence up a little. Now it's time to go out into the public. And I went to the mall and went and walked around. And
so this is the picture, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I never thought
that was actually me.
I swear, you know what I thought this was? I thought this was one of them filters that you use for like Snapchat or Instagram, something like that.
Yeah,
I did not know you really.
Yes, I embodied.
This is him wearing wings.
I embodied it.
Some damn glow in the dark, hood.
I forgot where
mask.
I got that from.
And then what is this? A gun?
Yeah, like also I'm like, well, I'm not regular. A gun.
So, this is shit I'm talking about.
That's the whole. That was the whole. But here, like after, I'm not gonna lie, they called security on me in the mall and things like that. But once people realized what I was doing, they loved it.
Well, since I embarrassed him, I might as well show y'all. Show you what costume I had for me.
So yeah, I was like, okay. So I ended up being at the mall for 4 hours.
So this is what I wore for the voice for majority of the game, because the day before I went to, drum roll, freaking medieval times by myself. I was in VIP by myself, and guess what? I had a great time cheering on the Blue Knight. The sauce suit was top notch. Thank you. I appreciate you. You know what I mean? I don't know, and I'm telling you, everybody's got this in them. If you just sit there and just think, don't use nobody else. Don't try to pull from other people. Just think for yourself.
Yes.
And do what you feel. I promise you it will work out.
And when you told me you were going to do that, you showed me the
costume.
Because I was like, this is going to work. Because I know, because I did it, and I was like, this is going to work.
You're like, he told me, and you know what? This is so crazy. I didn't even know he done something like this before.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, I've done that before. And I was like, this is why we're friends. Like attracts like. Yeah. And that's how we are. We're just a free spirit to go ahead and just
try it,
be
see
weird. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And this is another thing I learned. Once I did what I did, you know who I had mad girls from back in the day hit me up trying to be like, let's hang out, let's do this, let's do that. And I was like, you know what? When you're yourself 100%, it just attracts people. It brings people in, because that's why you see successful people and you wonder why they have so much of following. It's because they're their genuine selves. Yeah. They're not trying to be something. They're being themselves.
Yeah. And I used to think that as a kid, when you see like the popular kid or somebody in life who is popular, in my head I always thought, man, they had something
different than everybody else.
But
they do.
And they they
You
do.
know why? Because everybody is one of one.
Yeah.
There's nobody else that's like me. There's nobody else that's like Beans.
Yeah. But my mistake was, what they had, I couldn't do.
Well, you're trying to copy them, right?
Yeah.
And that's the thing.
And that's
you
where I
can't
made the
copy
mistake.
them
I had to learn that I have to be me.
to be free.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the mistake I made.
Hey, if y'all like the content, y'all know what it is, man. Hit that like. I'm serious. Hit the like button. Don't play with me right now. And share, subscribe.
But yeah, but when what's the saying? Fortune favors the bold.
Yes.
And when and it's true. Like you end up being viral, end up going viral on yours.
Well,
I end up when I was in the mall, I end up getting discounts on.
He ended up
on
getting
sneakers.
maced. I'm playing. You got some discounts?
I got some discounts on
The
sneakers.
thing
And
is,
hoodies
look,
and
I'm
stuff.
telling you, when they say fortune favors the bold, what they're saying is be bold enough to be yourself.
Yes.
Don't be scared and think yourself isn't good enough, because it is. I'm telling you, it is, because no one else can do it like you do it.
Yes. And don't be afraid to try, even if you may think it's weird. Because listen, when I put the wings on, I thought, man, this is not going to end well. But I think about TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked about this the other day.
Yes.
There are random things on TikTok that are viral that you would think never would make sense. There is a kid on there who just stands there and does not speak. He has like 2 million followers because people come on there.
Wait a minute, what's the guy who's a black dude, black and skinny? He never speaks, and all he does is like somebody will do something that looks really hard.
Oh, the
and
African
he just
guy.
breaks it down to like,
he's a multimillionaire.
just drink water, dude. Like they make all this hard stuff.
I can't think of his name, but
I don't either.
He's like the second most followed person on TikTok.
He is. He never talks.
And he never says a word.
And I think people are waiting for him to talk.
And
I don't even know if he can speak English.
He did I don't think he does. I don't think he does, because he did an interview once and they were talking to him about it.
Like African or something.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
and there goes my father trying to call me again during my show. And I like, you gotta, I don't know, you gotta love parents.
You do.
Oh, so speaking of that, because we're talking about thoughts, we're talking about being who you are and accepting. I gotta put this in a nice way. My father is getting older.
Mm-hmm.
He's getting older to where, and I've tried to explain to him that technology is not going anywhere. It's going to get
future.
more and more harder to live in the same space you were in when you were younger. Everything keeps moving. That's a law. There's nothing that stays still. Even if you think it stays still,
it's called law of inertia.
What's it called?
It's law of inertia. It's a physics term.
Yes.
An object in motion will stay in motion. An object at rest will stay at rest.
So I read in this book, like I said, I'm gonna keep putting it up there for y'all, that there's a part in this book that says about where anything that's made will eventually go to dust. Oh, here we go. I got it right here. I'm glad I've seen this. It says all form things change and pass away. That the Egyptians, the pyramids of Egypt are formed things. Therefore, someday the pyramids will pass away and be dust. So what I'm saying is everything is going to, it has its moment and then eventually it's going to be gone. It doesn't matter what it is. This desk, this camera you watching us on, this computer, this mic, all this at some point is going to be dust. It's not going to exist because it keeps moving. And I told my father, if you don't keep moving and try to learn the new things that are coming about, you're going to be stuck in the old ways and you're going to be lost. And damn it, if it didn't happen.
Movement is life.
Where he uses me a lot of times for a crutch to learn, and I want him to learn, and I want other people to learn. Don't stop learning. That's just a quick little rant. Don't stop learning. You got to keep moving and learning yourself, and not be scared to learn something new. All right,
agreed.
So that was just a quick little rant. I'm sorry about that. So back to what we were getting at.
Being yourself. What were we talking about?
We're talking about being yourself. We're talking about your thoughts.
Being bold enough to be yourself.
Being bold. Now, something you just showed me, we really got to get into.
Okay.
All right. This is taking entrepreneurship to the next motherfucking level.
Next level thinking.
And I never thought of putting these two things together, but hey, let's just stop talking about it. Let's just watch it.
Watch it, yeah.
The title of this video is called Naked Breakfast of Atlanta. Let's get it. Real class. God. I should have blurred this out, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it's already on YouTube. Though.
It's on YouTube. They didn't blur it out.
So.
Oh, well. So this guy created a business where he's a professional chef and he cooks food and has, I guess, the women naked and they serve, or do they just eat the food?
I guess they serve and eat. They entertain.
Serve me, goddammit. Oh, they all outside. This look like no, they're not about to make this be like this is in a regular neighborhood. Naked breakfast. Okay, so you want to start or you want me to start?
So many questions. I mean,
this look like some next level white people Illuminati type shit.
But they was black.
That's what I'm saying. Now, I give you the entrepreneur. Good job, bro. Who don't like good cooking food and some naked women? But I'm all for it. I'm not gonna deny it. I'm not gonna say if somebody did this and I was invited, I'm not gonna sit there and act like what I'm gonna be like, can I get another piece of that asparagus, please? Feed me.
Calling the girls over, even stuff you don't want.
Yo, she gonna feed me.
Can you fill my juice up? Sir, it's full already.
Yeah.
Cool.
Stir it with your nipple. But my thing is this: if like you can't, I don't even
like. How do you? My thing is, who's going? Who you? If you're
this
with
has
somebody,
to be for a bachelor party.
Yes,
like the fact that they actually have women there.
That's just
trying to act like they're cool with all this.
That's just for the commercial.
Who's bringing in? Who's letting their significant other be a part of this experience?
Naked break, and then as a dude, you gotta like not try.
No. You don't have to not look, because the reality is you
brought me here.
You paid for this service. My thing is, let's just go back. I just want to go back for a second.
Why you have to make that sound, dude?
This moment right here, like right here. So they got the naked girls around. And they got the other girls that's probably working with these naked girls. They got the same size type. This looks like, okay, afterwards, they're asking for happy endings. Like, so which one's the, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I just can't.
This is
like, you can put all the little fancy piano music all you want, but this is only in Atlanta.
Let me tell you
this
something.
Ain't happening in up here.
I'm gonna say it'll work, but there'll be no girlfriends or wives in there. Dude, I don't.
And this is the funny thing is they trying to make it look classy when we all know this Atlanta. So it's really like tip drill.
Yeah,
where they shaking ass and motherfuckers putting credit cards up there and feet. You know what I'm saying? Come on now.
I mean, cause think about this. I don't know how it is down south. I've never been in Atlanta. So up here,
yeah,
women were bugging out when their boyfriends or husband went to Hooters. Okay.
This is Hooters next level.
Yeah, that's next level. You think that where you going? Oh, I'm gonna hang with the fellas. What y'all gonna do?
We're about to eat some catered food. That's what we're about to do.
Where?
Sir, what you mean where? At the hotel the suite he rented out.
So you got a private chef or something?
Yeah, a little private chef.
So who's the chef?
Nigga, breakfast, huh? Just some. We're just gonna get breakfast. We're just gonna get some
like
breakfast.
you really can't tell. My thing
You
is
could tell. No, you could tell them. You just can't tell them the name of what you about to.
like naked breakfast. Who naked?
I mean, well, wait a minute. Now, what would you do if you order naked breakfast and the girl servers are dressed and the cook is naked? And
that's the thing. Who says naked breakfast is just women? It could be dudes.
It probably see
Atlanta.
now. This is the crazy thing. Women wouldn't have no problem with that.
No,
I think women would, if they were like really in shape, good looking dudes, they would have no problem with them being naked and serving them. They'd be like, "Yep, this is what we wanted." Matter of fact, it's probably something like that. You put ass and good food together, you got a winner.
Oh, he probably making money handle with.
Oh, he's. I don't doubt it. I definitely think. Oh, there's naked breakfast Chicago chapter recap. Okay, we're going down a rabbit hole, y'all.
Yeah,
we about to go down the rabbit hole, y'all. I don't know what this is. I'm gonna cut this damn thing down. That's what I'm about to do.
What's up, you guys? It's Molly World here, and we are in Chicago taking over. Okay, you're opening up the naked.
Pause. If she's the one, no, negative. Sorry, I'm not gonna be hiring.
Well, let's see. She could just be the spokesperson.
We're here with the breakfast boss and Nola, our lovely assistant for the day. Okay, you guys. So we're having amazing models, servers, chefs coming here, and we're gonna meet them and interview them, make sure that they're perfect for naked breakfast, and also for Molly World. So it's a whole combination of a lot of amazing things.
She's too bubbly. She too bubbly for me. Why she keep doing the neck roll like she?
New chapter. This is not a new company. I'm 25 years old. I've been doing naked breakfast for about 6 years.
Oh shit.
Los Angeles. We are currently have a hub in Atlanta. Now we're launching here, just like you said, because our clientele base is.
Okay, so this is a hiring service to get women to come and serve naked.
When we shoot here and not actually being on the team, that's fine too.
Yeah.
That's completely fine with me. That's how most commercials are. You don't really see the people that's in the company at the commercial, so that's completely fine. Also, we do extras. So, like, I mean, you always see it when she. This
bitch got a damn Darth Vader mask on. Why? This definitely during COVID time. I didn't never understood why the girls was wearing or anybody was wearing them damn hockey masks. Okay, I like a girl in heels now.
That cameraman was in love. Whoever that
he went slow roll with it. Okay, this is boring. Where the?
Where you're good, but you don't have like a spoon.
He been doing this. Okay, here we go.
Food can't just taste good. So
now, okay, so this is.
We're doing an event where everything we do is upscale for our events. So we can't. If you don't know how to plate, you would need to learn how to plate. I don't really care about paper like a certificate. Like my head chef in Atlanta, I don't even know he went to school. Like it's not important. That man know how. That man know how to cook. He can play. Right. I can call him.
So this man an entrepreneur for real.
First of all, he definitely smashing these shits. I don't care.
Well, this guy's a client room service for staplers, pens.
All right, white girl. I'm about done with you. Yeah, he an entrepreneur.
Yeah,
he's being him 100%, and now he's free with it because I wouldn't have thought of something. I mean, imagine you telling somebody this. Mm-hmm. I want to do a catering service where the women are naked, they're serving, and the men are just cooking the food. And the women, like, I know women gotta have a problem with, y'all always trying to exploit us. Ain't nobody exploiting y'all. Y'all exploit yourselves. See, it's not exploitation when you know you're using what God gave you to win. See, women have no problem with being a stripper and using their bodies for whatever needs they need. But then as soon as somebody come up with a good idea, they talk about, oh, you're exploiting us. You don't have to sign up. I'm just saying.
Nowadays there's always going to be somebody
That's willing to go ahead
Willing to go
and
ahead
show
and-
off something. And like my thing is, a lot of women be showing them stuff off for free.
free. Yeah.
At least these women over here getting paid for it.
I mean, it is. I don't want. It's definitely outside the box thinking.
Hell yeah.
Somebody he's successful. Is somebody going to these naked breakfasts?
And since we talking about how I'm gonna go back on a little rant now. Since we talking about women feeling like they're being exploited by stuff, let's talk about how yesterday you and me was having a conversation with a couple ladies. We was talking about somebody we know, and out of nowhere, the one girl just says, "Oh, he looked like he beat women."
Yo, yeah, I forgot.
And I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
And she was like, "Yeah, he definitely beat this one girl up." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" Because the one girl accused him of having a scuffle. Now, mind you, this woman is mad aggressive, and this other guy is very calm. So I was like, "Why do you say he was the person that beat her up?" I could just see it in his eyes.
Yeah, and I remember I asked her. I was like, "Okay, well, what are the? I don't get it. Like, I think she said she was a psych major or something like that." And I was like, "Okay, well, what are the, what are
Why
the,
do people always do that? Why do they always try to validate what they're saying because you took 3 fall semester classes? Now you automatically
But I was like,
Dr. Phil.
I was like, well, what are the? I don't get it. What are the precursors? Like, what makes you think this man did this? Like, what is the evidence?
A woman, this is what I learned. A woman don't have to have a logical reason why she's saying anything. Most of the time, it's an emotional feeling she's having that she says, my intuition says it. And her intuition could be completely wrong. Not saying that a lot of times women intuition be right.
I'm gonna say I do believe women's intuition is real.
But everybody got intuition.
That's true.
That's your subconscious. That's all that is.
That's true.
But I was like, it's just funny how a woman can say something very damaging about a man in our society and no one has an issue with it. And no one like checks them or has them be put in a place of like, okay, prove it. They just accept what they say. And then the fact is that a lot of the women who was around there just accepted her as like, yeah, I can see what you're saying.
Yeah, that's
like, what can you see? You don't see nothing.
The girls was like, yeah, I can see. I'm like, you don't even know this man. How do
you don't know nothing? And then when I challenged them and was like, you don't know this person. He's like, I know him for years. I'm like, you've known him the same amount of time as I've known him. And have you ever been over their house? Have you ever just sat and had conversation outside of around everybody else? No. So then don't say you see something in them.
Something in him.
Yeah, I mean, that's how like I don't know, just rumors come about, and I just thought that shit was like weird to me.
It's very damaging.
But like, but the funny thing is this: so a woman can say, he looks like he beats women, right, and not have no repercussion. But a man could be like, she looks like a hoe. And all the girls, why you think that? You can't tell her. You know what? I see it in her. Oh, if I said some shit like that, now it's all you're a hater, you're this, you're that, you hate women, and I'm like, no. I do feel like there's sometimes you can look at a woman and you can just be like, something different about her. I think she probably out there.
And my thing is this.
What?
Because I'm guilty of having thoughts of looking at people like, man, he look like he do this. I'm guilty of it too. Okay. However,
yes,
I don't say it out loud. I don't tell people like,
I'll say it out loud. Huh? That's probably my biggest problem in my life. I'll say stuff out loud.
Like, I won't be out with you and see somebody we know like, man, this dude like he steal.
I'll be like,
I wouldn't do.
Hey man, I'll be like, hey, you got your wallet? I'll definitely be like, that dude look like he sniff a little something.
And that's the thing. There is a difference between talking with your friend and then just like saying it. Like the girl yesterday said it to 2 females. She didn't even know.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this dude look like he beat. Well, I was like, why are you saying this? Like, what are the chance of them meeting him is slim to none, but still, why would you put that out there
because they don't care.
know.
They just know. It's almost like being a black person now in today's world. You can almost like they're trying to stop it, but there was a time period where we could just get away with saying anything, and no one would check us because like, oh, he's black. Let's not. I don't want to get in that problem.
Yeah.
A white person would not check us. Now they're trying to, they're hitting a Kanye and Kyrie, saying, "Oh, you messing with the Jewish people. Don't do that." But before, we can say whatever we want. White men could not say what they want to say. I think we all know that.
Well, yeah, those because they got that stigmatism.
But should they? Because at the end of the day, none of us was around when this shit was going down.
That's true. That's true.
When the ball was dropped, nobody was there.
That's true.
So why can't they say that?
None of us were slaves.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's a true.
So
statement.
why can't the white dude say what he want to say?
We've all experienced. Well, I can only speak for myself. Most people that I know experience some sort of racism in some way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
But that's as far as.
But don't you think? Really but this thing, what's so funny though? We say most people. When you say most people, you're talking about black people, right?
Yes.
Okay. But the funny thing is, a lot of us say a lot of racist shit towards white people.
That's true. It does work both ways,
and we don't acknowledge it.
But some people think there's a group of people that like they'll say this. You ever hear this online? Well, by definition, black people can't be racist.
How?
Yes, we can.
We definitely can.
Okay, so
because I definitely know some white people who lived in the hood and they got jumped by black people all the time.
Yeah.
So
it
we call that.
It does work both ways. You know what I mean? So I'm a firm believer in that, and I think everybody has a little bit of racism in some way, shape, or form, whether it's like stereotyping.
Well, because we're all programmed.
Yes.
We're all programmed since we were young to act a certain way. And this is why I really want people to go get this book, man. Go get this book because it's going to teach you about how the world works in your mind. Like I was trying to tell somebody before, we had this one coworker that just always just complains and says, I hate this job, I hate this, I hate that, and I said, you know why you hate all these things? Because you keep saying you hate them. Mm-hmm. Stop telling putting negative thoughts in your mind. If you kept saying, I love this job, I love the people I work with, I'm so happy, everything, if you were grateful for things, good things will come your way. But the fact, and she couldn't understand this. She just couldn't accept the fact because you know why? Me and her, she was like, I butt head with you every time you talk. Me and you I don't agree with anything you say. Well, you know what? That's true. Because you've already said you're not going to agree with anything I say. Anything I say it's closed off with me. Nothing I can say. I can tell you the sun is coming up tomorrow. You're like, no, it isn't. Because you've already accepted that you don't want to agree with me. And I'm like, well, don't agree with me. I said, you don't got to agree with me. Read this book and then you can figure it out yourself. But I just see so many people who are complaining about their life.
Yeah.
Complaining about why things aren't the way they want them to be. See, they're complaining and you're creating that type of life.
Yeah. And they need to adopt the mindset that, okay, you don't like this is going on in your life, change it.
Yeah.
That's all. That is just, it starts with a simple thought. Okay, I don't like this.
And
I need to change this.
But a lot of times people don't really want to change.
That's true.
They say they want to change because it sounds good.
But
do you really want to?
They like the idea of changing, but they don't want to do the work that comes with it.
Yeah, and that's just sad part about our world we live in.
Because listen, I ain't gonna lie. In our workout class, the worst day we have Thursday is called endurance day. You know what I started telling myself?
I love endurance.
I love endurance. I will be the best at it. I will master endurance.
Yeah.
That's what I tell myself.
And I've had to reevaluate myself because I've probably told myself the complete opposite some days. And then, so I'm gonna tell you right now. So since we've been working out, my knees have been great. AKA, they really weren't. But now I'm telling myself my knees are fine.
Mhm.
My knees will heal. I'm gonna get myself in the best, or my knees are. I'm gonna have the Megan Thee Stallion knees.
Megan knees.
Yes, because I've never had that happen. But what I realized is it's just like anything. If you tell yourself you're hot, I'm so hot. I'm so hot. Guess what happens? Your body temperature starts to go up
Yeah.
because you're telling yourself this. It's your brain. Your thoughts tell your brain what to do.
Mhm.
If there's times where you could have a pain in something, and if you say it doesn't hurt, it doesn't hurt, it doesn't hurt, guess what happens? You start to lose the pain from that area.
Mhm.
I
You
remember
don't feel it.
times I'm gonna give you an example. You ever stomp your toe?
Uh-huh.
I'm talking about good. You ever stomp your toe good?
Uh-huh. We gotta
Okay.
sit down and
So look, there's two ways you can do this. You can either run from the pain or accept it.
yeah.
But the more you run from the pain, the more it lasts longer.
Yeah.
If you say, yeah, go on, take that in, take that pain in, guess what's gonna happen? It goes away a lot faster.
It's like, okay, so on our job, and this is what I told you about this before.
Yeah, go ahead.
On our job, we did pepper sprayed, right?
Yeah, fortunately.
And we had to do it again. We did it in the academy, and then later on in life, we had to do it again.
Yes.
And my thing was this: I saw people freaking out,
Mhm.
right? And they sprayed me. I didn't freak out. Like it burned. I'm not gonna say like I was totally immune to it, but like 10 minutes later, I was fine. And somebody was like, "Why are you not freaking out?" I said, "This is why." I said, "We sat down here, we watched videos, and they told us we're going to spray you with this, and this is going to burn." I said, and you guys acted like it was a surprise when it burned. So I said, I expected this. So
Okay.
when it hit me with it and it burned, I said, okay, here it is. I'm getting my face is burning
So-
right now.
So this is the crazy thing. If you would have told yourself, it's not gonna burn. This ain't gonna. I can eat this. This ain't even gonna feel like nothing. It probably wouldn't have burned as much.
Well, that's the thing. I did when it burned, I
Yeah.
accepted it. That's like 10 minutes later, I was sitting there watching a movie.
Okay, so I
was
didn't
fine.
accept it. I definitely freaked out because I was like,
I heard
this is
you
going
did.
to hurt. This is gonna hurt a lot. And guess what? It hurt a lot for
Yeah,
me.
two different mindsets.
I was not in the right mindset to where I was cussing at people. I walked away from people. I'm the type of person where when extreme pain comes to me, I have to walk. I have to move. I just have to walk away. I don't know what it is, but it gives me some type of calming feeling to just walk
Mhm.
and just let it play out.
Let it
Like,
play out.
okay, because if you try to keep me somewhere, that's when I'm gonna freak out.
Yeah, no, I get it. It's funny to see people's different mindsets. Like I said, it did burn, and once I said, okay, this is it. This is what they're talking about. And then 10 minutes later, boom, I was like, I opened my eyes, and I was fine.
Well, what's crazy to me was that the women ate it so well. They just were like,
I mean,
okay,
they do.
what's next?
They do say women have a higher
And like
pain threshold.
when we got sprayed, we had to do like a kind of like a obstacle course a little bit. Like we had to act like we were gonna fight somebody and shit like that. Well, the one lady was supposed to give you the baton,
Yes.
and then you were supposed to do your strikes and keep it moving.
Mhm.
Well, when I got sprayed and I went to go get the baton, she was doing like this, like put your hand out, try to grab the fight. She was doing this, trying to fuck with me. And I was like, and I was almost where I still could see a little bit. So I saw what she did. And I said, bitch, stop fucking playing with me. Give me the fucking baton. I was dying. I was like, she was like, oh shit, here, take it. Because I was like, I was mad. I was mad at the situation. I was mad at everything. And I was like, give me the fucking thing.
So this
And she was pregnant.
Oh, come on.
I was
bro.
gonna knock. That's so crazy about it. I was gonna punch. Oh, that's how extreme this spray got my mind thinking. I lost all like.
Listen, I understand. If you've never been pepper sprayed before,
Yes,
it is your face is literally on fire.
If I when I say I don't know what being set afire is, but that's what I feel like it would be.
Mhm.
And if that's it, I'm telling you, I do not want to be burnt alive.
No,
That
there's
is
no
probably
way.
the worst way you could ever die.
No way. So okay, so when I went, almost the same thing happened, but this is what happened. So I was the second one getting sprayed. So the first one who got sprayed, when he went to go get the baton, they did that to him too.
Yeah.
So when he finally got it, he started swinging. Instead of swinging at the dummy, he started swinging at the person who
Good.
was playing.
Good. I'm telling you right now. I don't know, and I'm so ashamed. I ain't ashamed. Fuck that. I was really, and I am my father's. I'm my father's son because I was so in pain. I really was contemplating. Like, if she didn't give me that stick, I think I would have uppercutted her stomach.
Dude, don't do it. No,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not trying to be funny.
I'm trying to think of who that was out there.
Oh, I know who it was. I know exactly who it was. I'll tell you later.
Tell me later.
And your kid was gonna come out slow. Fuck around with me. That's how I felt.
Don't that woman.
I was going.
Don't hit that woman. What is wrong with you?
No, what was wrong with her? And she wasn't even. And the thing was, because she was pregnant, they didn't even have to spray her. So she just like, I get to play around with people. Whatever. That was a bad moment for me.
Yeah, it was like you said. Your mindset played a part.
It did.
And
My mind
once
was like,
I accepted the pain. I told you this too. If you're really bugging out, think about if you're nervous about something. Think about after the situation is over. That's when I do when I fly.
My shit was lasting a whole day and a half, dude.
10 minutes, I was fine, and I was back in the world. I was like, okay.
Hey, y'all, if y'all want to go ahead and donate to the channel, shout out to Jimmy, man. You always supporting the channel. I appreciate you too. He hit us up with a donation the other day. So shout out to you. You already know the Social Norm Podcast. You want to donate to us. And like and share, subscribe, whatever. All those good things. I just think you really got to look at yourself and ask yourself how you want to live your life.
Mm-hmm.
And are you living your life the way you want to live it? Not the way your wife want to live it. Not the way your kids tell you to live it. Are you living the life you want to live? Because I see a lot of guys who live a life based off of what other people tell them they're supposed to live their life by. That's why I talk to girls all the time. I told her, I said, look, I'm going to live my life the way I want to live my life. If you want to be a part of that, that's fine. But you got to understand how I'm living my life. Mm-hmm. And if you ain't with that, it ain't no disrespect to you. It's the fact I got to live my life how I want to live it.
Basically, this is how I'm moving.
I'm moving like that. And you got to be with it or you ain't going to be with it. But either way, it's happening.
Yeah. I had to learn to do that too. And the way I travel and stuff like that, I had to go back and, you see you're traveling by yourself. I used to do that years ago. And then when I started traveling with people, it became difficult.
Because you know why? You want to do something. No, we don't want to do that. Let's not do that. And you're like, okay, that was kind of on my bucket list I wanted to do.
Yeah. And my advice to people is this. If you're traveling with somebody and they want to do something and you don't put that person in the box. Let them go out. Like, I don't want to do that, but you go on ahead.
And and not for nothing, like, this is the problem that I have with relationships. Let's say you genuinely want to do something. And you're like, I want you to experience this with me. But you genuinely don't want to do it. Should I be guilt tripped that I gotta do this?
No.
And then not for nothing, like I'm more willing to do something once, at least once, to say I did it. So they can't sit there and say, oh, you're just scared. But after I've done something and I know I don't like it, don't keep asking me to do that. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Now, is that selfish? Yeah. I feel like you should be able to be selfish on some things.
A little bit.
Because it's your life.
Because listen, I've been that person where I was like, no, I'm not doing that. I was at Disney World.
Yeah, you just
and I was at Disney World and somebody was like, oh, we want to go see breakfast. We want to go meet Mickey, eat with Mickey. I'm like, oh, okay, well, what time are we doing this? It's at 5 o'clock. I'm like, 5 o'clock at night, in the afternoon? She's like, no, 5 a.m. I was like, no, I'm not doing that. You can do that.
So
But
you,
I'm not
now,
waking up at 5 a.m. to meet this dude right here.
now we've already talked about that with you, and I said you was dead ass wrong for that because what he's not telling y'all is the trip was paid,
It was paid for
by somebody else. And I avidly feel if somebody pays for a trip for you, you gotta do what they want to do.
I'm not good. But that's the only thing I was like, no, I'm not. No,
Like
I'm not doing it.
that. You know what you
can-
are? You know what you are? You're like the girl who the dude paid for the trip for you to flew you out, and then now you don't want to give him no cheeks. Like
Yeah.
you are the worst.
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
That's the male version of that.
But here goes the thing. I ended up being right. They went without me. I woke up at 7, went and got breakfast by myself. I ended up going into the park by myself, and I saw them later at like noon. They're like, that was like the worst. It's like, you were right. I'm not doing that ever again. I was like, I mean, the chicken like, oh, really? Oh,
You're like, I feel rested. I'm good.
Fantastic. Y'all want to go? No, y'all want to go to Rise?
All right, well, y'all watch me then.
So
I mean, I hear you.
it was like, as soon as they said 5 a.m., I was like, no.
Oh, go ahead.
I think what it was is because it was a child wanted to do it. I'm like, man, I ain't doing what man, get out of here.
Well, that is kind of the children's place.
Yes,
I know. So another thing I realized when I went down to Jersey for the football game, I was on Facebook, just searching for people just to meet people and things like that. It's freaking tranny central down there, dude.
In Jersey?
In New York City and Jersey, dude. It's mad trannies down there.
Oh yeah, you did tell me that.
It's crazy.
I mean, it's
like I didn't realize how many men have transformed themselves to be women or look like women in the world. New York City is like the mecca of the East Coast. This is out of control, bro. It's out of control.
I mean, they
ain't no 1% no more. No, this shit ain't 1% no more. It used to be 1%. They're less than 1% of the pop. No, they're not.
No, my question is, like, could you tell, or was it like
okay? So in New York City, it seemed like motherfuckers got some money. I couldn't tell until I got on their profile, and then I realized.
Oh, you was on dating app.
I was on the Facebook thing.
Okay,
and then it was like, "Oh, you're trans." I was like, "Oh, okay." For like every 4 people, I was like, "Oh shit, okay, this is where we at in the world." I'm
like, how does anybody date? How does anybody?
Nobody dates anymore.
How does anybody?
Which is sad because I think
meet anybody without wondering, like, okay, is this?
They say this is the trick. You look at their hands, and I think for some reason, I guess men have bigger heads.
Okay.
And I mean, I just look at them. If they look over, if they're honestly, I really don't deal with anybody over 5'11". I'm questioning.
Throw my basketball, see if they here. If they catch it.
If you grip it with one hand, yeah, all right.
All right, Frank.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see you later.
Frankisha. Yeah, that's what that is.
Yeah, it's tough because what was that? When I was on vacation, I read about that story about that stripper. Was it? I keep saying Hennessy.
It was Hennessy
something.
Hennessy.
He or she tricked all these dudes, and then
posted
everything,
like secretly recorded them getting busy.
Now
with her.
that is just stone cold wrong.
Like, why is that not considered fraud or rape or something? I ain't gonna say rape because you didn't know, but it's got to be something because you're tricking people into thinking you're one thing. Like, I'm so against this, man. Why don't they just? I know this is gonna sound fucked up. It's gonna sound fucked up. Be ready for this. Ready? Take this in. Why can't, if you get the surgeries, right, the full pledged surgery? Because like if you got everybody can tell. But if you got the surgery, why can't they just hit you with like a little, like a brand that marks you as
Here goes the thing about that. That almost sounds like
Don't say
So-
don't say no Holocaust
Yeah,
Jewish shit
that's
because
all-
it don't. It's a different thing.
Because they hit them with their brand.
They hit them with a
the-
brand
the
to
tattoo,
mark
to
that they were
mark 'em
Jewish.
That they were Jewish.
Okay,
Not to compare the two. Being transgender is not the same thing as being Jewish, obviously. But
what I'm saying is this: how can you expect people to tell the truth of who they are
Yeah.
when they can't even accept who they are?
that's true. And that's the thing. The thing is, I do believe it's going to keep happening like this until it comes to a head. And then somebody has to decide, okay, we need to figure this out.
You got a connection problem. You keep moving your mic. That's what that is. No, it's this right here. You keep moving your.
I think it's a mic. It's not me.
It's your headphones.
You can hear me?
No, I can't hear you. Talk.
You can't hear me?
No,
That's why I think it's
it's got to be one of the mic. You stepping on something? What you? I mean,
Oh, hold
there
on.
we go.
There you go.
Yeah,
it,
you
it
didn't-
came out. Okay, that's it.
that's because you keep shaking it with your. All right.
But yeah, I believe it's gonna keep happening. Because even on TikTok, it's a trend where so a transgender woman will say, "Oh, we went on a date, but he doesn't know I'm trans," and it's just like in the comment section, it's like, "Listen, you are playing a dangerous game." And when he come out here,
I'm gonna tell you right now, anybody play that type of game, they deserve everything that come with it. And I'm talking about everything, an ass whooping, shot, whatever come with it. If you fake who you are to somebody and then
Mhm.
manipulate them to do something that they don't know what they're doing truly, because this is the thing that they don't realize. And I talked about this with another guy. This could make a man not only question who he is as a man, but maybe possibly want him to commit suicide. Because imagine you being exposed, right,
Mhm.
to sleeping with a man that you thought was a woman, but now people are saying, "Oh, you're like, I didn't know it was a woman." Everybody like,
Yeah, right. Nobody
"Nigga,
believes
you didn't
man.
know." Your ex-wife or your wife or whoever is going to be like, "I don't know about that." Yeah, you might be. So I'm just saying that could cause a man to want to go into depression and maybe possibly hurt himself. And I think that right there is so dangerous. They need to like do something about
Or
this.
they could, on the flip side of that, they could get mad and kill that person.
And now they're in prison. Yeah, take
Yeah.
that person's life. And they have had that happen. Where in Texas there was a football player who was messing with this trainee, and come to find out that they messed around, found out that he was a man, and he killed him. He strangled him to death.
See, and that's playing with people's lives, man. I
They
mean,
playing Russian roulette with themselves. I don't know.
but I do believe that it's going to escalate. I feel like that's going to be like one of those social issues. It's going to come to a head.
It's gonna be the social norm.
And okay, I see how you plug it
See,
in.
I had to throw the plug in. I don't know, man. People crazy out here these days, man. I just had to. What else? What else been going on before I get up out of here? Oh, Wakanda Forever! It's
That's today, right?
It's out today, y'all. I need y'all to go ahead and tear this motherfucking movie theater up. Hit the stream buttons. Let's get Wakanda Forever to #1. It's gonna be #1 already. I already know this. But I'm hoping and I'm praying it's a good movie because I really don't want to trash this movie and say bad things about it in honor of Chadwick Boseman.
Chadwick Boseman. Do
Well,
my man.
you see how far. Well, I mean, he already had a tough name before, when he was alive. All right, go check that movie out, man. I'm definitely gonna check it out. When you want to go see it? You want to go see it together?
I'll probably see it Monday or Tuesday.
I'm thinking about see it Tuesday because I'm trying to get half off. Damn, I just told y'all to go support it. Yeah, let's be real. It ain't really supporting it. It's supporting no, don't support because there's an all-black cast pretty much. And even though the white man's getting the pockets, the big, the movie theaters, they getting the real checks, but it's definitely gonna show that you can do an all-black cast and y'all can make some money. Are you excited for this movie?
I am. I'm hoping they bring Killmonger back.
Yes, but I don't want them to bring him back till the end of the movie. I don't want to bring it back in the beginning because I feel like I want to enjoy the bad, whoever the villain character is,
Yeah.
sorry, in full and give him a real chance. Because I already know if Killmonger come in the mix, it's like, all right, dude, step to the side. We got the real, you know what I'm saying? That's who you want to see. So I definitely want to see this movie. Anybody want to come see it with me? Y'all know, hit me up in the Facebook or something. But
Social Norm field trip.
Yeah, Social Norm field trip. We all meet up. I got a couple people already going to see it, and I was like, y'all didn't invite me. I was like, oh shit, I don't. But all right, whatever.
My bad. I didn't know you want to see it.
Now, what do you think about people dressing up for this shit? Are you gonna? Would you dress up for it?
I would be dress up as in cosplay or
Yeah, well, some people was wearing some African clothes.
okay.
I don't feel like, and I talked about this. I said I don't mind somebody wearing African clothes, but let's be real. This isn't really Africa. This is a fictional country in Africa.
If you want to represent, I'm all for it. Okay, I would feel like a bit of a hypocrite because I
would you
like
okay would you be mad if a white person?
Yes, I would. Stop.
So white people can't come.
No,
people they can't. Why can't they support?
No.
Why can't they go support the movie?
Don't put no kente cloth on. Put your little Dockers or.
So you do know there's white people who live in Africa.
I know South Africans are white. I know.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, why can't
first of all
they go and support Black Panther?
Are they South African?
They have to be South African.
Yes.
To wear South.
You from Wisconsin? Put that dashiki down. No. That is not.
So then, what about the black person who from Wisconsin? They can wear the.
They got this. This is their pass.
That's crazy.
Descendant. Okay.
Look. I'm telling all my white brothers.
You better not.
To go support the movie.
Because if I see you,
what you gonna do? You're gonna assault them for wearing.
Take that off your head. Take it off.
This is the thing. We in America have a problem with if somebody wants to wear an attire that is known for a certain culture, we feel like you're
cultural appropriation.
You're mimicking, not mimicking. You're trying to make fun of them. But like if if a white dude were to wear a whole Mexican attire, you're gonna be like, people in Mexico wouldn't have an issue with it. So how the hell you got an issue with it?
We not in Mexico. Listen,
if a white person wore African attire and went to Africa, they would not say nothing to him.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. You're right. They probably won't.
We gotta figure out. We gotta learn how to disconnect from a movie and an emotion of this is mine and it's not yours. Why do we have that? Why do we? And it's not just in culture. It's like in relationships and everything. We do not willing to share a human being.
Because deep down inside, I think it comes down to
what? You want to be better.
It could be
the
that.
Next person.
It could be that. I think it has to do with in this country. I'll say it like that. I think it has to do with like segregation, like deep down conditioning over the years of segregation. Being passed down. Yes. You know what I mean?
Remember we were talking about how you said you weren't part of the 80%?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're still in that. You have 1 foot in, dude.
Listen, I said, dude, I did say, listen, I still am programmed in some other ways.
I'm not sitting there saying I'm not either. And I'm not sitting there saying,
all right, this is how we fix this. We find somebody who's from the Caucasus regions and we get some dashikis and we bring him with us.
I don't know if they would do it.
Why the hell not?
Because they're scared of people like you who say, if I see you, it's going to be a problem. I can ask my friend. I actually no. You know what's so funny? I showed you that one picture of my friend back in the day when we was in middle school, and he dressed up as Lil Wayne. And he wore blackface. And I told him the picture was on Facebook, and I said, hey, as a friend, I'm telling you, you need to take that picture down because if somebody gets a hold of this picture, they are going to use it against you. I don't know if he ever took it down or not, but I just remember, and I remember being there, and like when we were kids, and I know this man, he did not do this because I've lived with in his house before. he did not do this because he hated
Hated.
black people. He did this because he loved Lil Wayne. That was
Okay.
his favorite rapper.
Okay, we're not gonna use him because if he puts on a dashiki and shows up in blackface,
See, that's the thing. I
Nah,
don't mind you
nah,
wearing
now he knows.
dreads. You can wear fake dreads on your head, but when you take paint and paint yourself black is where I think you're going a little too far.
But here goes the thing. I know some because there's recently this kid on TikTok dressed as officer. It was like it was a group of kids, 3 of them dressed as police officers,
And the other ones act like they were
and
slaves.
they were in the chain gang.
Convicts.
Yeah,
And they were dressed in black
all
face.
black face.
Yes. And everybody was they had a big problem. Walmart was very mad at them.
Yeah,
They said, get out.
Yeah,
They were
rightfully
laughing
so.
about it.
They knew what they were doing.
They see that's the difference. You dressing up as a black person is different than you dressing up as a concept of police and black inmates.
Yes.
You know,
But so my thing was this because I was reading the comments, and one person made the comment of, "Well, what about the movie White Chicks,
okay.
where
Or
Marlon Wayne,
Tropical Thunder.
yeah, no, that was hilarious. I'm sorry, but where Marlon Wayans and Shawn Wayans dressed as white, they put the whole.
Do you think that movie could play right now?
What, Tropic Thunder?
No,
White Chicks?
White Chicks.
Yes, it's still funny.
Do you think Tropical Thunder? They still play Tropical Thunder on television.
Listen, let me
all the time.
Yeah, let me tell you something. When I was going to see another movie and I saw the poster, I was like,
Of Tropical Thunder?
yes, I was like,
You're a black.
and I literally looked at it for like 10 minutes and I was like, son of a bitch.
Hey,
And here goes the thing. I feel bad for people sometimes because sometimes the look on my face, I have a very bad poker face. You can tell what I'm thinking
yes.
by the look on my face. I think I scared these people so bad.
Like, I'm not seeing this movie.
They gave me like free popcorn vouchers and stuff like that because I was literally looking like Cause I wasn't there to see.
We don't represent this movie, sir.
I wasn't there to see Tropic Thunder. I was there to see something else. I didn't even know about Tropic Thunder. I just happened to walk by the poster. I was like, "Yo, what the?"
Yeah, who was that? That was
Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh man, I'm gonna get this." I was like, "I cannot believe this."
And the crazy, and this is the thing. Ever since the one dude from Lottery Ticket, the one that was like, "I can't eat," nigga.
yeah.
Okay, great scene. I thought he was gonna blow up. Once he did Tropical Thunder, and once he did Big Mama 2, he fell off because for the black people, you can't do a movie where you got a white dude playing blackface and you in the movie with him.
Yeah.
And then you go back and you dress up as a woman.
Yeah. But see, my thing is this.
That was like you.
Tropic Thunder. When I saw the poster, I was like, this ain't it. This ain't it.
Tropical Thunder was a funny
Somebody
movie.
seen it. It was like, look, it's not what you think it is.
But it was exactly what I thought it was.
So what you mean is he in blackface? It was like, go and see it, and then tell me what you think. So
it's a white man playing a black man in a movie.
Well, what it was Robert Downey Jr. playing an Australian guy who was in blackface. No, that's how they played off. Go back and watch the movie.
The movie
that's why he says, I'm a dude playing a dude, pretending to be another dude. That's how they spun it off. Go back and watch it.
Okay, but then the movie, he's a white man that's an actor that's playing a black man in a movie that they're making in a movie. Yes. So I get what you're saying, but it's two movies going on in the movie we're watching and the movie they're portraying in the movie.
Yes.
But still, he tries to be a black man. And he's just like, I was just like, this dude.
So he tried to play off all the stereotypes and the banter back and forth between the actual black dude and
and he trying to play and he was like, hey, yo, stop
it.
Dude.
We don't talk like this.
He said, why you
in this movie anyways? I said, I'm in this movie because they needed some actual black people in this movie. And that's what he was giving them back and forth. The only thing I didn't like about Tropic Thunder, is this. The only black dude in the movie was the gay dude in the movie. Like they had to put that in there. He was gay.
In real, in for playing in the movie or in real?
No. He in the movie he was a rapper, and they thought he got all these women, and they're talking. They were all talking one night by the fire, and he goes, "Hey, Pacino, you got any special ladies at home?" And dude's like, "Oh, it's Pacino. He gets all the females." And he's like, "Well, there is one special lady." And Robert Downey Jr. goes, "Oh, well, who is it?" He said, his name is Lance. And then he said, "Well, you tell Lance that we're going to wait a minute. What did you say? Like, go back and watch the scene. Like, go back and watch the scene. The black dude is the gay dude in the movie." Go back.
That whole movie is confusing. It
is, because they all have their own issues that they're dealing with. Like the actual black dude's pretending to be this big time ladies man when he doesn't like women at all. So
ironic. That's the whole show.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else you want to talk about before we get up out of here?
I think we did enough with Naked Breakfast and
that shit. Go shout out Naked Breakfast, man. Go ahead and get y'all eat on.
I'm gonna say it like this: if I ever met in Atlanta, I'm gonna look him up.
We can have a party, man. I just don't put my name on the list. All right,
it's on the bucket list.
Hey, I'm your boy Canteen. This is my weird ass friend Beans.
Y'all have a good weekend.
Hey, it's a social norm. Go do something for yourself. Love yourself. Otherwise, no one else will.
Yeah, be you. Take chances.
Cause if you want to be free, I gotta be me. I'm out, y'all. We out. Daddy.